Ladies and gentlemen, Kemi Badenoch, some call her Kemi Badlock. Now, I do not see any crime, neither do I have anything against her continuously pointing out certain things about. But then, the market in Nigeria in such a way that has no business with the subject matter. For example, oh, she's a British citizen. Okay, all right, fine. She's been asked questions that has nothing to do with Nigeria. The first thing she wants to point to is to Nigeria, and she tries to constantly model Nigeria and make it appear like, you know what, I'm from that place, but then that place is not my place anymore. That place is full of wickedness. But questions are being asked about security, about the streets of the United Kingdom, and not about Nigeria. She constantly talks about Nigeria, berates Nigeria, and says stuff about Nigeria. And because of this, she's beginning to receive backlash. As you can see right there, she wrote, "Britain is our home, not a hotel." And the response is this: Britain is not your home. This is. Now, for those who do not know what this is in Lagos. It's called Makoko. It's actually a slum, a fishing village. That's what that place is. Constantly, the government are trying to take over and make that place right, like how they did in Morocco, that is now known as Lekki and the rest of that, place. They wanted to do the same, but they were not allowed. They were not permitted. They were not. People fought hard. That's the point. So let's see what people wrote more. In response to Britain is our home, not a hotel. You are Nigerian. Britain is not your home. Britain is the home of the Anglo-Celts. The Tories, along with Labour, have played a major role in demographically replacing the indigenous population with cheap foreign workers for the sake of filling labor market vacancies, just to see 0.1% of GDP growth. Re-migration now. Another one wrote, yet your mom came from Nigeria to check in to a hospital in 1980 so you could have British citizenship, then checked out and went home straight after you were born. A loophole your heroine Margaret Thatcher closed. The mismatch between your life and your belief is insane. Britain is not our home. Britain is our home, not a hotel. You are not British. You are not white or Caucasian. You are not European. Go home. Another person wrote, last week, Kemi Badenoch said her children could not attain Nigerian citizenship because she is a woman. A lie between. Now she says she has not had a Nigerian passport for 2 decades. Kemi is giving Nigerian fraudsters a bad name. She wrote this: I no longer identify as Nigerian. Tory leader who grew up in Lagos says home is where my now family is. Now she's fighting real hard, and that's the problem with women like this. Rather than focusing on the subject matter, focusing on, she thinks that by destroying, speaking negativity about where our origin is from, will grant or give her that she needs. She wants to be prime minister. And how is that possible? How is that possible? By destroying or disrupting all lies and all the shenanigans that she's onto. How is this going to give you the votes that you dearly need? This woman is so dumb. Now, you're married to a Caucasian. Why don't you bleach your skin? I mean, do something to yourself. Or is it about the country and not your race? What exactly is the problem? Then change your name. Kemi is Kemi. Now, she says she identifies more as a Yoruba person than a Nigerian, which is fine. But then you are part of the government. You are part of the empire. You are part of the criminal, stupid, wicked, evil criminals that named that Yoruba land and some other land, named it Nigeria. You are still struggling to be their prime minister. Are you going to change what has been destroyed? This lady is just so dumb. Now, Femi Fani-Kayode wrote this. One day, after they finish using you, the Anglo-Saxons, Anglo-Celts, will flush you down the toilet like they used toilet paper that you are. It is at that moment that you will know that Britain was never your home, but rather your place of temporary refuge, where you were barely tolerated and where you were regarded as being little better than a cotton picking field and plantation slave. I think that sums it up. There is something that hurts me about this woman. She's just that kind of loud-mouthed empty drum. I don't think she'll ever be. But let's say they allow her to kind of run like the Indian, maybe something just to make her feel like. But a woman like this, I don't know who wrote the script. Like, you know what? Demonize the same entity that was created by the same that you are serving, that is the same that you are trying to. I think Femi Fani-Kayode made it clear. Britain is simply a place where you have sought for a temporary refuge. Your children mixed might continue life over there, courtesy their father, but you, it's a place of temporary abode. You can never and will never be seen or accepted because you are not their skin tone. I don't know what your thoughts are, ladies and gentlemen. Drop your comments.